Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, and a very serious question I have to ask you guys and get your opinion on. Okay, this is June, early June. A lot of eye-opening things has happened in the world in the last few months, right? Starting in March, really starting before that, but really worldwide in March. Middle March, pandemic, things started spreading, chemical warfare, bacteria, okay, coronavirus, it starts. Okay, and you have certain fighters, athletes, celebrities, they lend their hand to the world or the community that they live in. And you had people from all over the place doing what they're supposed to do. But Deontay Wilder, you didn't hear much of him at all. He disappeared. He fell off the face of the earth. And when he did surface, it wasn't about Corona or anybody near his community. None of that. It had nothing to do with that. It was all about, okay, business as usual. This is boxing. Oh, Tyson Fury, he doesn't seem like a champion to me. I'll get the belts back. I'll get the belt back, bomb squad or whatever, right? And I asked the same question I asked then, and I'm asking now. But I'll get to that. Where was Deontay Wilder at that time? Okay, he had surgery. Okay, so after he had surgery, he was, saying he's recuperating, he's recovering or whatever during this craziness. He didn't wish anyone well, didn't wish the people from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, anything well-being. He didn't do any of that. And it just made me scratch my head like, okay, well, what kind of champion or king did this guy claim to be? Because if he's not even a current champion, he's a former champion. And any time that you've had that type of label, you should be able to address the people that at least follow you, and even if a person doesn't follow you, you can at least lend a hand or, a good message of encouragement to tell people, hey, let's stand up, get well, we're here together. That can twist it a little bit and can have people to understand what type of person you really are, besides the person that's supposed to just have a WBC strap or a heavyweight title and play the part only when you have the belt. Well, all that remained to be seen because he didn't address that particular time or that particular thing that was going on at that time. Well, in this situation, we have in America 4 cops, 3 cops, 1 cop kills an unarmed guy handcuffed on the ground. And the last thing we heard about Deontay Wilder was him riding his bike. Sure, people was blasting him and making jokes and stuff like that, but there is things that are going on that he was supposed to be riding with. Now, let me explain. To this day, it was a reaction from a question that a reporter asked him, and the reporter was black and his name is Raheem. And when he asked that question, he snapped at Raheem without even really listening to what he was asking him, or giving him the permission to do or giving him the platform to do. Okay, he was giving him that Muhammad Ali like introduction, like, okay, you're a black champion in America. What about your people have they struggled about, right? And of course, he took it the wrong way because that was his opportunity to show what he knows or to inform other people about what's going on. To first of all, to show how educated you really are with things around you. Okay? Because a lot of people are not convinced that you are intelligent. You know what I mean? At least show that, hey, you are intelligent instead of showing you are angry and non-intelligent. Because a lot of times the way he reacted is the way that people expected him to react. See, people do those memes and everybody jokes like, I'll joke about it, but at the end of the day, the shit's not funny. Because what he was trying to convey was, hey, his people, our people, have been struggling for 400 years. Okay? And the things that happened through history, the civil rights, you know, we couldn't even vote. Those things. We were treated like second-class citizen. You know, those type of things that he could have mentioned instead of, oh, I ain't got to explain something, Google it. Like who wants to Google it if the heavyweight WBC champion can tell it to us so we'll know what you're about. But everybody took it and rode with it. But now we have a situation that particular reaction and that outburst that he made towards Radio Raheem, he should be speaking about this. You can't just say, oh, Google this shit, y'all know what's going on. No, you have to give the hands of encouragement like all these other fighters, black or white or whatever, are doing. Ryan Garcia, Anthony Joshua from Britain, he's a black guy, so he's identifying with his black brethren. But Deontay Wilder, where is he? Where is he at? The only thing we've heard from him is him riding on his bike. So it's all about him. So if it doesn't reflect him, I guess it's fair to say we won't hear from you. We didn't hear from you about in the pandemic, about the corona, the COVID-19. We're not hearing about you with Floyd, which is actually close to home because that represents another struggle that black people go through. You can't even run down the damn street without somebody thinking you're stealing. These type of things should be outraged if that was actually what he was trying to convey. I think he didn't like the idea that Tyson Fury was saying how he gets discriminated against and with his people in his country. And he didn't like that because he was getting more steam because it was all about recognition. And he thought Tyson Fury was trying to steal all his recognition because they were trying to hype that fight up. And because he was doing that, he was like, I don't want to hear about your people. My people have been suffering. But then when they asked you, explain how they've been suffering, you couldn't even explain. All you say is, oh, Google this shit. You believe in Google? That's all you could do? You know, you're supposed to have done something that replicated something like this man did in the 60s. Because a struggle isn't something that just goes over just like that. It's something that you have to reiterate and inform people of to get them to know, hey, where I'm coming from, this is what I do outside the ring. But really, what do you do outside the ring? Do you really ride for how you claim you do? Or is it just you're about yourself? It's just about you and your family and your money? Cool. But just say that. Don't act like, oh, well, I'm this kind of person that I'm for civil rights and my people been struggling and I, you know, and I'm showing this. No, you just want to sell those damn shirts because it went viral and people some of them would buy it so it can make you rich. That's what it seems like because I haven't heard anything and it's been what, 8-9 days? It's been 8-9 days since that happened. This man has almost been dead, 10 days. Okay? So, what the hell? You know, and then the thing is, he wonders, well, why does people treat me like that and this, that, and the other? Because you treat it as though it's all about you. It's not about you. It's what you contribute to other people to reflect who you are. But it ain't about you. The topic ain't got to be about Deontay Wilder all the time. You know, and I think that's what it is. He's trying to, and I don't know it when it's time to stand up. We don't see him standing. We can't even find the brother. We don't know where he's at. You know, but this is the time right now to say something to your fans, to all those people that you got on your team that made that thought or convinced themselves that you got cheated by Tyson Fury. All those mad people, and believe it or not, some of those people are actually for that struggle. You're just maybe the pawn or the perfect person of the shell, right? To add to that, to be that particular person that will you're that example. Okay, we're gonna use you as that pawn to be that person that we want you to be. But where the hell is he? So we can't even get that. So it's crazy, man. It just hit me. And the question I'm asking, okay, where is Deontay Wilder now? Because the people that ride with him, they're expecting something, right? Because I haven't heard anything about it. There's nothing on the social media about George Floyd. There's no video about him or no type of statement that he made, like he said about his "we will rise again." None of that. Can we get that for George Floyd, someone that died unarmed? Right? He couldn't even help himself. That's my question, folks. You tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.